Ahoy! And welcome aboard the Sea Monkey. Fortune favors the bold. Good morning, YouTube stacking and coin collecting family. Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for joining me again, and if you're new here and like what you see, feel free to smash that little red button down below and click the bell icon to be notified of any future content. I try to upload daily around 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific. Doesn't always work that way, but that's what I try to do. Alright, so today we're a little all over the place. This is going to be primarily my intro video for the 100 pieces of gold. As you can see, we have a ship motif going on, and we've also got some stuff laying out here. So, first things first, last week, $15 a week challenge, I forgot to put all of these in here. So I pulled them all out of their flips and in they go. So that's done. You guys all seen that now. That's taken care of. And we'll get these out of here. And probably next week's $15 a week challenge, I'll do a tally up and see where I'm at. I know Cheshire Keith already did that, so I'm slacking behind a little bit on that. Okay, so ship motif. Why the ship motif? And one of these things does not belong. Could it be the gold eagle? Could be that. Anyways, if you're wondering why there's a gold eagle sitting out here, you might remember that I had one of these for sale. And I had a video up on my YouTube channel advertising it for sale. $300 shipped. I sold it. I got my asking price minus shipping, which was $5. So I got the basically $295 for my $260 investment, and got someone in the community a coin that they wanted. So that leads me into this. What did I do with that money? Well, since I invested $260 and got $295 back, I figured I would spend $220 of it, and you guys don't need to see that piece of paper. Now I thought this was going to be my Robin Hood coins, but I peeked in here and saw that it wasn't that, so I boxed it back up. And anyways, I spent the $220 plus some. The remainder of it will come in another order. I spent all this money on bold precious metals. And come on out of there. Spent $220 on the 1/10 ounce gold bounty. So I spent $260 on a 1/10 ounce. Flipped it for $295 and then spent $220 approximately. I think it was like $218 and some change, but spent about $220 on another 1/10 ounce gold. So I'm right back where I was in the gold, but then I was able to also buy a few silver coins with the remainder of the money. So I came up on that deal just a little bit. Not something I am accustomed to doing, not something I make a habit of doing, but I figured since I was on the Mint website purchasing eagles, I would pick one up for the community and try to make a couple of bucks doing it. So we got the Queen. This is a 2020, and it came in the capsule. And it is the Cook Islands. Condensation on there. Cook Islands 2020 HMS Bounty. 1/10 ounce fine gold. 3 9s, I believe. Or is that a 4? I think that might even be a 4. Let me check here. Boop. There we go. Yep, 4. 4 9s. Fine gold. 1/10 ounce. So very nice. Came up a little bit on this one. And the silver coins are still en route. I think they'll probably be here tomorrow. And I will do an unboxing on those because they are new. Brand new, fresh releases. This is not necessarily an unboxing, as this is a little bit older of a coin. It is last year's edition. So I'm sure there's a few unboxing videos up already on it. But yeah. Got a little gold bounty coin now to go with my silver bounty coin and some of the other ships that I've got sitting out here. What is that? 3, 6, 7. And we'll put this guy right in the middle there. Angle so it doesn't blind you. And let's see, let's get into the receipt here and I'll find out how much exactly that was. Oh, okay, so I guess spot had gone up a little bit since I was looking at it. When I first came across it, I think they were, like 208 to 210, 212, something like that. Spot was going up just a little bit before I had the money to purchase it. I was trying to sell that Gold Eagle, but finally sold that and was able to pick this up for $222.35. So not too bad. Still right on par with the Gold Philharmonics and the other cheaper fractional gold. Eagles carry a little bit more premium. I think they were going for like $235 to $240. And then of course the proof from the mint was $260. So there's that. And then in addition to that, in this order, got a tube, and it's not got silver in it yet. A pair of gloves. So we got the tube. Wow. I failed on that one, didn't I? The gloves, the tube, and the tube is for silver. If you know what that is, you know what the color of that lid's for. I've got 3 of these bad boys that need a home. So I've got one in a capsule that's too big for it. I think these are 37. And this cap, I think, this capsule is a 38, I think. So we'll take care of that. And we'll go Michael Jackson on these things. Get one of our little cotton gloves on here. These were like a couple of bucks. A little bit of extra filler in the cart. Plus I needed a pair. I ran out of the purple nitride gloves, or nitrile, whatever the heck they are, the little rubbery ones. Ran out of those, so I like being able to touch the coins without having to be all worrying about the edges. So there we go. There's one Philharmonic in there. And then I got a flip here with 2 more in it. We'll get these guys out. These are just bullion, so I'm not really too worried about them getting a little dinked up. But I'm not going to slam them around either. Yeah, they're 2021s, I believe. No, 2020s. They're 2020s, and they don't have much for milk spotting at all. They're pretty nice looking. Got those on Random Coin from SD Bullion. So there we go. Now I've got 3 Philharmonics in a tube, and I guess I'm working on one of those now. So I am currently working on a tube of Philharmonics. I'm currently working on a tube of generic rounds. Currently working on a tube of the 1.5 ounce Canadian Super Leaf and Wildlife Series coins. And I'm currently working on a tube of American Silver Eagles. So as you can see, I have my work cut out for me. It's no small feat to fill a tube, let alone working on several different types at the same time. And, pardon me as I dig around in the safe over here. But yeah, so I'm working on those. And most of my other stuff is just numismatic coins, and they're going in capsules. So now that we've got all of that out of the way, get that over there. Now we can focus on the real part of this video, which is the gold. Expat Stacker put out a video challenge to several people. I don't think it was aimed at fish. I think that was the 1,000 pieces of silver. But he put out a 100 pieces of challenge, 100 pieces of gold challenge video, and I decided to go ahead and hop on board. And like I stated in a few of my older videos, I probably won't go very fast on it, but I did make a good dent into it this last couple of months. Stimulus and taxes coming back helped, and I have been selling some things on eBay, so that helped. I recouped some money that I invested. Well, I guess you could say invested. I spent it on collectible Star Trek ships and then held them. They never really appreciated, but they didn't really depreciate either. So I was able to recover most of my money back on some of those. And so that's helped me to put some money into precious metals here. So my very first gold purchase is going to be this guy. And I know you're probably thinking, what the heck? What is that? And not the coin, but the capsule. That's just 2 foam rings in there with that coin in its little assay pressed in there so it doesn't wiggle around. But that's a 1 gram 4/9 fine gold maple leaf. And I tell you what, the design on this thing is intensely crazy. Look at that. I don't know how well the camera's picking that up. It looks a little blurry to me, but it might be okay after processing. But yeah, these things are absolutely tiny and incredibly detailed. So there's that. And I picked that one up from Liberty Coin off of eBay for about $72. So that was my very first piece of gold. With it, I purchased the Arger Heraeus Kine Bar hologram. And that's what the Kine bars have, that hologram. And then you can see the Arger Heraeus initials in there. If you get it just right there, you can kind of see the AH. But Kine bar, Arger Heraeus, 2 grams, 3 9s. Actually, that's 4 9s. It's a weird. weird decimal. But we got our 2 gram Swiss gold, and I purchased that with this, and the Kine bar was 140, and so I purchased that 3 grams together. And then my second gold purchase would have been the Gold Eagles, and I got 3 of them in total, 1 for myself, 1 for a friend, and 1 to flip. And I flipped the one, and I gave the other one to the friend, and I gave it to him at cost, plus he ended up giving me a gram Valcambi to go with it, the retail price. So he paid me $260 cash, plus he threw me a gram of gold on top of it. So I ended up coming up on that one a little bit. So this Gold Eagle would have been number 3. And then this Valcambi bar is number 4. And that's just 1 little gram off of a combi. You can see the brake line there on the sides. Brake lines on top, brake lines on bottom. So this came out of the middle. Should be a full gram. Maybe even just a hair over a full gram. I watched Silver Seeker break up combi bars and then weigh each strip and each individual one to see where the extra was, because he weighed the whole thing and it weighed almost a gram more than what it was supposed to. But he attributes that to the extra metal that might be lost during cutting and breaking. So there's 4 pieces of gold. That brings my total up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 grams, 7.1 grams. And then I just got this in today, which is another 10th ounce, which is another 3.1 grams. So now we're up to 10.22 grams, I believe, if my math is correct in my head. Oops. Man, I'm so bad at that. So there we are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces of gold towards the 100 piece of gold challenge. Personal challenge to yourself, not a race. Just seeing if you can do it. And I figured the ship motif was a good layout for the pickup that arrived today, because that sure is a beauty of a coin. And I'm going to block out the background for it to focus. So yeah, quite a beauty. Came in this capsule. If you look at the capsule, it looks like it was the type that was mounted in a card at some point. And I think they did. They had these mounted in like a cardboard, where this was kind of up there in the thing, and then there was a big old like story about the ship or something or other. I don't know, I didn't look that hard, but I did see them on eBay listed that way. So there we go. We got 5 pieces of gold towards the 100 piece of gold challenge. It's not very much, but we're getting there. Don't have a whole lot for you beyond that today. Just wanted to catch you guys up on my $15 a week chest and get those dimes in there. Show you guys the new pickup and do the 100 piece of gold video. Why not? Time to get that out there. Oh yeah, and we also tubed up those Philharmonics, so those are nice and safe in the safe in a tube. And I think that is pretty much everything for today. Sorry my video's been a little sporadic the last couple of days, but going to Seattle and getting that car, that's kind of taken a lot out of me. I've had to try and catch up on the missed sleep, so yeah, that's what's been going on with that. Get some gold. It's really not that expensive. I told myself I can't afford gold. Then I started looking at it, and I was like, well, grams of gold are only like 70 bucks. And granted, if you buy it that way, you know, 70 bucks times 31, you're paying a huge premium. Yeah, I get it. I know. But if you can manage to flip something, whether it's one of these or some of those or some of these, check this out. Some of you may have seen these. Some of you may have not have even known about these. We've got the 2019 Rwanda Nautical Ounce. We've got the Victoria on this one. Now I've got one more of these coming from Bold. And I've got 2 more coming from eBay to complete the set of 4. Bring it current anyways. Now if Rwanda leases any more, I'll have to be right on top of those so that I can get them at a good price. Because frankly, I paid at least 10 bucks over spot for each one of those that I purchased. But they're a really cool set and I really wanted them, and so I picked them up anyway. But yeah, fractional gold. It does cost more, but you can get it. My budget, 100 bucks in the winter a month, 200 bucks in the summer maybe a little bit more. Now that I'm buying a car, probably less. But if you want to suck it up and get fractional, that's only 70 bucks. That's only 140 bucks. This was 220 bucks. Jeez. The live bloopers, guys, they're not going anywhere. So this was 220 bucks, you know. These are going to be way more on the premium side because they're proofs and they come right from the mint. So that's not stacking, that's collecting, but it's still gold on the pile. I told myself I couldn't afford it, and then I started buying it, and I was like, realized I was like, hey, messaged my friend, I was like, look how cheap this is. And then I was like, wait, 2 months ago I was like, I can't afford gold. Now I'm like, look how cheap it is. So yeah, give it a try. I mean, if you don't think you can afford it or have been hesitant up to this point, give it a try. Buy a gram, buy 2 grams. You know, forego your 3 or 4 ounces of silver that you were going to pick up and get a couple of grams of gold. You know, that's kind of how I look at it. Alternate back and forth. You know, when silver's up, buy some gold if it's down. I don't know. Anyways, I'm starting to ramble, and we're going on 23 minutes. Jeez. Alright guys, love you. That's everything I got for you tonight. Thank you for sticking with me. We're over 300, and I'm going to start working on that giveaway video and picking the winners, and I'll get that out. So, heads up. Not a whole lot of time left if you want to get your comments in on the videos for either just comments or shout outs. A couple more days probably. Alright family, thank you again. I love you all. Have a good night, and God bless.